How do you craft a talk that is so compelling that people rush up to you at the end wanting to connect, or buy your book, or donate to your cause? You may be surprised to know that 46 of the 50 most popular TED speakers all have one thing in common. Typically, what most speakers do when they get up on stage and talk for 15, 20, 35, 45 minutes is that they provide information. This might be 5 steps on how to achieve a goal, 7 tips for how to solve a problem, 20 hacks. But this is the information age. People do not show up at a conference because they want information. They show up because they want change. And so how does that relate to these TED Talks? I'd like you to think about the way a movie builds to a climax. That early on in the story, the hero is presented with a quest, and after accepting the quest and pursuing their goal, that quest culminates in a climax, like when Luke Skywalker and the rebels do battle against the Death Star at the end. The reason why all of those TED Talks are so popular is because they empower their audience more than the others do. People are empowered not by information, not by that which they know is true, but rather that which they believe is possible. And so this is a very important point that I want you to make sure that you get. All of these talks that are so popular, yes, they might be funny and they might be really heartfelt and moving and all of that, but they all have this sentence, this one sentence, and it leads to these kind of, oh, wow, yeah, kind of light bulb aha moments. And the person who has that aha moment and goes home later that night and is thinking about the talk and about that moment that they had, that is an audience member who is empowered. And that sudden light bulb aha moment of empowerment is the talk's climax. That power-packed sentence cuts through all the noise that constantly surrounds us in the digital age. And in this way, we can call this sentence a silver bullet. For it was the silver bullet that was the only thing that could kill the werewolf. Examples of these silver bullet sentences in some of the more popular TED Talks include Robert Waldinger, who said the key to good life is good relationships. And then there's Amy Cuddy, who said your body language shapes who you are. And then of course there's Simon Sinek, who said people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And have you ever gone to a conference and there's a speaker up on stage and they have their slides and all of a sudden they put this really profound quote up on the screen and everyone takes out their phones and they're taking their picture of the profound quote and all of that? All those people are having light bulb moments, right? But almost every single slide I've ever seen of some profound quote from some speaker at a conference has been a silver bullet. Those slides are so empowering because of the power of this power-packed sentence. But for our purposes, the silver bullet becomes the creative anchor for the talk so that every decision you make, you don't actually have to make arbitrarily. You can say, because my silver bullet is this, I can now do this in my talk. What I want you to keep in mind, though, is that the value of your talk is not based on what you say on stage, but rather what your audience does once you're done saying it. And this is a very important point to make, that when thinking about your speech, I want you to think about what are they going to do in the world as a result of having heard what you have to say.